It began just before Air Force One touched down in the Chinese city of Hangzhou. US and Chinese officials argued over whose stairway President Barack Obama would use to disembark. The confusing exit plan set an awkward tone for Obama's final Asia trip, a preview of the challenges awaiting the outgoing president and his incoming successor, particularly from China. Negotiations with Russian President Vladimir Putin at the G20 summit failed to reach an agreement on how to reduce violence in Syria. North Korea fired 3 ballistic missiles into the Sea of Japan.
Who is he?
And then there was Rodrigo Duterte's outburst.
And we have long ceased to be a colony.
Obama had to cancel a sit-down meeting with the new president of the Philippines, America's treaty ally. Setbacks during the trip show that some world leaders are challenging US policies and power in Asia. During his time in office, Obama pushed to shift US diplomatic and military attention towards Asia in a bid to counter China's growing influence.
The United States is renewing our leadership in the Asia Pacific.
And that has certainly left a mark. The US can now station troops and aircraft in the Philippines on a rotating basis, and this year lifted a ban on military sales to Vietnam.
We also added momentum to the fight to protect our planet for future generations.
At the G20 summit over the weekend in China, Obama and Chinese President Xi Jinping announced new efforts to address climate change. But as Obama's presidency draws to a close, significant areas of tension with Beijing remain.
The United States will continue to fly and sail and operate wherever international law allows.
The two countries will have differences over the South China Sea, the economy, human rights, and cybersecurity. A broad trade deal that would have sidelined China is stalled.
Eventually, we'll get it done.
And now the standoff with the Philippines has added a new dimension to foreign policy concerns. But is it time to give Obama's Asia efforts a pass or fail? Analysts say it's still too soon to make a call. The US and China are going to compete for influence in Southeast Asia for years to come. The challenges of recent days just add more uncertainty to America's standing in the region and a new headache for the incoming American administration.